Hello, I'm Anna Darman. Take a seat with me and let's get busy chatting. It is my day number 40, and my personal note of encouragement to myself is, I'll get up and show you, rehash me. And to rehash me for your encouragement, I need to share a little bit of history. So it's time to go over once more again my agenda for sharing this publicly. As I mentioned my quirkiness yesterday, I like to encourage others, and I refer to myself as the encourager and you humorously as the encouragees. That's just a little bit of idiosyncrasy. As an encourager of something so valuable as the foundation of my life, I wanted to repeat the value of it. And I did that with the 10 list plan that I shared with you 2 days ago, and today is the third day, so 3 days ago. And I added some humor in what Proverbs says about wisdom and who and what characters are according to sages of old. So to repeat the goals I have over the next 365 days, I want to upgrade my exercise schedule and to get more healthy. I need a greater spiritual focus and the disciplines that go with it. I needed to write, W-R-I-T-E. I needed to set things right, R-I-G-H-T. And I needed to instill rights, R-I-T-E. So right. I needed to get all that squared away in my life. My writing objectives I've shared before, and I will talk about them in the future as well. And they are, I want my novels published, and hopefully this year I will, before the close of the year, I'll be able to share with you how that is going to happen. And then I want some outdoor fun in the sun, and that to me includes walking. That goes back to exercising. My container gardens, I had to put all of that on hold for a long time because I wasn't physically functioning well enough to do that, and I will talk about that in July. I have an anniversary coming up, so I'm saving it for then. Exciting times ahead. So I'd love to see you all anchored in your faith, and that can only come true if you spend time in the Word and apply it to your life. And that's why I shared the 10 plan, and that's why I've spoken about Proverbs and that being a foundation for good wisdom. Cautioning, it's more cautionary wisdom. If you do this, this is going to happen. If you don't do that, this will be the consequence to it. Practical wisdom, which we all need to counsel ourselves with so that we don't fall into those traps that the world has there. People are people, and people do nasty things. We all know that, right? And sometimes we darn right nasty too. Okay. So another thing that people in my reading through scripture, and many people believe because their culture seems okay and therefore their traditions based on their culture are good ones, that it's okay. Sometimes one needs to take a closer look at that. What you believe is good and true and you're right culturally, traditionally, is not biblical. It may appear to be based on what you have been taught, but on close examination you will realize it's not, and that needs to be got right. And so Proverbs, again, wisdom, it will be a great place to start. And cutesiness, facades of niceness don't hide a heart. They can't, and they won't. The truth does become made known, even if you're the only one who understands the truth and no one else around you does. Are you strong enough to live out your convictions truthfully, even when that's what surrounds you? I challenge you to figure out a way to do that, because you never know when you might. You never know what's around the corner, and that is what my foundation is built on. And so I have spoken about Proverbs, and I have encouraged you to spend some time in it. I've shared the 10 list plan with you, and I asked yesterday if you'd come across Proverbs, what you thought of chapter 1. So what I thought I would be doing, July has 31 days and Proverbs has 31 chapters. I thought that starting July 1st, on each day I would pick one or two wisdom comments from it and talk about them. I think it's doable for anybody to read a chapter a day. Some of them are really, really very short, and you should be able to do it in 5 minutes, if that. And then maybe in the comments you comment on what you have thought about in application to the wisdom you are reading. Another reason I am doing this publicly is to be an encouragement beyond just my sphere. It is so important to encourage others with hope, peace, and joy. And when we have found a source of hope, peace, and joy, it would be so darn selfish not to share it. And that is what my hope is. So I've encouraged you to follow along on the 31 days. And I hope that you're encouraged by that, for it to strengthen your foundation, to encourage you to spend a bit more time in the spiritual realm of life than just the daily functioning without it. So I hope that is something that you would be interested in, and that you will come along and join in, and see after 31 days if you have learned anything, and if you have considered anything good for your future, and to give you the hope to resolve things or to apply things in your own life. So once again, until tomorrow, take care and God bless. And now it's time for me to stand up, lean forward, and switch off my camera. Have a good day, and bye-bye for now. Bye-bye. Well.